Hi, this video is for ICP2 for Big Data Apps and Analytics. So objective for this ICP is to write a Spark program to group all the words from a given file, and the grouping was to be done from with the starting letters or the first letters of the words from that text file. So the first step was to so here the tool used was Google Colab and the program used was Spark. So Spark was installed on Google Colab. So here it is installed, and after installing listed all the JVM libraries, so that just to validate like Java is available over there. Now that installing after Spark and Java, uh, I had to enable the paths for import for the PySpark, so that provided the path or set up the path and for the environment paths. Okay, and then after that installed PySpark. So earlier, like we were getting error for Spark 3.0.2. So then after struggling with it, uh, installed Spark 3.1.2 version, and after that installed PySpark, and it worked well. There was some version issues with 3.0.2. After that, configured the Spark session. So Spark configuration was done with the Spark conf object, which loads the values from Spark dot whatever we take, and set app name is the method for the Spark application, which will provide application name. So here the application name is Big Data App, and set master, it specifies where the program will run. Local means like it will be run locally. Okay, so local star will determine like it will be run locally. And this Spark context is this is like a starting point for Spark, and whenever like a program will run, it will run and get initiated from here. Get or create will create a fresh session if there is none existing. Now to upload file used from google.colab import files, and then it will prompt to to provide the file, and then ICP2.txt file was uploaded and used a Spark text file to read the data and store that into data frame. Okay, here data.count is providing the number of the data. So that means like this text file is just having one line. So it is just providing the number of the data, or you can say row, that is one only. And when we use or run data.take one, so here the one specifies the number of the data. So because it is having only one data, so after giving take one, it will display the whole file. Okay, and so after that I defined a function. So initially I was what I had to do, because there were number of the punctuations in the file. So I wanted to remove those and to replace those by null values, but it was causing issues. Like there was one instance where it was written like 2020 dot and then how. There was no space, so it would have been created like a single word 2020 and then how. So initially I was trying with the RE package or RE library, and then using the function like sub to replace like whatever punctuations defined with space. But it was also giving me issues like whenever I was having you know word, whenever I was first thing I had to define all the punctuations. Second thing, like uh, if there was a punctuation with slash, it was removing like COVID-19, it was removing and it was making a one word. If I was not uh, replacing it with space. So then I thought like replace it with space, but it was creating multiple words. Like from COVID-19, it was creating two words. So then what I did, I used string library, and then first thing I did, like there was a word like doctor apostrophe s, doctors, right? So if I was replacing apostrophe with the anything like space or null, then it was either creating doctors word if I'm replacing it with null. If I'm replacing it with space, it was creating two words, doctor and s, right? So what I did, like I replaced such kind of apostrophe s with null, so that because there will be only one word, unique word, that is doctor. So did that, and then use translate and make trans, so that all the string punctuations can be replaced by spaces. Okay, but still there was issue. So it solved the issue where 2020 dot how was there, but there was still a issue like COVID-19 was getting replaced by two words, COVID and 19. So I hard coded for that one for COVID-19 again to replace it with COVID-19 using the replace function. And then I use stripped, so if there is any space as a prefix or suffix, it will be stripped or removed. And then used flat map to just and use this function func here, and splitted it so that it will create one RDD with all the unique words, sorry, all the words from this file. Okay, so all the words will be stored in this RTD. Now used count to count all the words. So you can see 255 words were there, but it was also containing numbers like 2020, 19, whatever were created because of our file processing using those that defined function, right? So now remove the numeric values by using not is numeric function, and here store that into RDD non-numeric. So use the filter on the RDD which was previously created and used like not of x dot is numeric. So it converted it into provided all the non-numeric values. Okay, so we can see like the count was decreased and numeric values were dropped. Now capitalize the first letter and created a tuple for them from those values dot with dot capitalize. Now count it, and the count should be the same because we are just capitalizing. Okay, and we can see like, yeah, those words are capitalized by using take. And to create all the unique values, use distinct function on this RDD, and which created unique values for all of the uh, for all of from our data set. It created only unique values. So there were 150 uh, 150 unique counts. Now used reduce by key function to store all the words separated by comma. Okay, and it stores with all the alphabets starting with alphabets. Okay, but here it was not sorted, so used sorting for sorting, used sort by key function, and finally I got the final output where all the alphabets were sorted and all the words starting with that alphabet is displayed against that uh, character. Okay, and then store that file as using this lambda call this function, And